Hey everybody, how's it going? This is Matt from SnusCENTRAL.org and SnusTV.com. Hope you guys are having an awesome day today, and like always, enjoying quality Swedish snus. While I'm here, I'm live yet again to do another snus review. And yes, I know it's sort of late at night, and I'm sorry for this. I was planning on doing a full review with some good editing and everything like that earlier in the day, but it just didn't pan out that way. I got sort of busy towards my evening here, and just a lot of stuff came up. So I'm sorry about that, guys, but let's get on with this review. And once more people jump on here, I will actually, respond to some comments and stuff like that. So let's just jump right into the review first off. Today we're going to be checking out Granit Maxad, or Granit Maxi Portion. Now here's an older can. There's the traditional can that this used to come in. Now this snus is made by Fiedler Lundgren, and I like this one quite a bit. Now when I first had it out of this can here, I wasn't too crazy about it. It really didn't, I don't know, there wasn't a really good flavor there, or at least the flavor I was expecting out of this. But since they changed the packaging to this guy here, there's some definitely bigger upgrades in flavor. And this stuff is pretty darn good, I must say. Before we jump into the flavor and everything like that, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to pull up the chat and get that situated here so I can, follow along with you guys' comments as the video is going. So give me 1 second to pull that up. Anyway, by the way, too, if you're going to comment, there is going to be a delay from the comments to the video. So just keep that in mind. There's a little bit of a delay here. But if there's enough people chatting in, later on towards the end of this video or towards the end of the review, then I'll start talking to you guys. But anyway, regardless of that, let's get on to this, the flavor profile on Granit Maxad. Now, like I said, I wasn't too crazy about this flavor when I first tried it because it was boring in a way. And yeah, I know this is a budget snus, and I wasn't really expecting anything great, out of the gate, but you never know. Let's go ahead and pop one of these in. Man, this smells so good, though. I gotta say, I don't think it was just the can that they revamped. I think it was the flavor, too. Because the flavor is a lot different than I remember from trying this like 2 years ago. So keep that in mind. There's the portions. Huge, huge portions on these guys. Really well done. Not too much moisture. This is a brand new can I just cracked open too, because I pretty much went through my first can of this. I got like 2 or 3 cans to really get the full flavor and experience out of this one, and I went through the first can in about a week. So that goes to show how much I like this one, actually. You get that really nice, distinctive bergamot scent from this. A little bit of a sweet character with really good, bold tobacco character as well. Really good aroma out of this can. Now, if you guys aren't familiar with a maxi portion, this is the only company that is still making and producing a maxi portion, which is Fiedler Lundgren out of their Granit line. And look at how big that is. That is, I could almost sleep on that. If I, get that really close up to the camera there, I can almost rest my head on that as like a pillow. Let me pull out a Scroof Black line. I know that's a slim portion, but I just want to show you a little bit of the size comparison on portions. Now, again, this is a slim portion. There's the 2 there. Look at the difference in tobacco in those portions. It's just a huge portion. That's about The Maxad is about 2 of these Scroof black lines. So this one's going to go in. And I have to do a lip pull for these when I put these in because it's just huge. So there we go. Flavor right away too, man. That's a really nice, bold, rich bergamot flavor. Nice tobacco tones. Some really good pepper notes in here too, with some salt. You get a little bit of leather tones, a mild sweetness. But right off the bat, it's just nice, bold bergamot and a little bit of sweetness is what I'm getting right now. Really good stuff, guys. Really good. So this can is definitely a heck of a lot bigger than your old Granit Maxad hockey puck. A little bit taller. It's not rounded anymore, but you still get the same graphic designs on here. So it's a really nice matte black label on the new one with a mountain, which is pretty freaking cool. You have the red granite, nice big bold font. The Maxad is in cursive. And then this one has the hinged catch lid with the new Flex Lock technology. So when you're done using the portion, you can fit a lot more in here. So, you don't have to run to a trash can as, as frequent to toss those. But yeah, all in all, it's a really, really cool can design. Line that up a little bit better here. Yeah, really cool. It's still not lined up. Man, come on. There we go. Really cool. And then comparing it to the old one, just got that finger indentation there. Was that a used portion? That sure was. Look at that. That's a used portion from like 2 years ago. That's gross. Is there any in here? Let me see if there's any in here too. Wow, this is a whole discovery right now. Oh, that's horrible. Oh, it smells so bad. Okay, this is 2-year-old snus that apparently I forgot to toss. This was sitting in my oh, that's bad. This was sitting in my can collection, my box. That's gross. It's 2-year-old snus, still in the can, unused. Look at how dry that is. Should I try one? Ugh, no. No, I'm not going to try one. Ugh. So, the best before date on this one, I'm sorry I'm getting off track here. Sorry, this is just crazy. The best before date was October 12th of 2015. I don't know if you guys can make that out. Look at that. October 12th of 2015. So this is almost 2-year-old snus, guys. That's gross. But anyway, can design wise, I really didn't care for this can design when it was out. It was just an ugly hockey puck looking thing. So I'm totally happy that Lundgren re-released it in this format with the flex lock lid technology, and they still kept the same general design, but they just increased the cool factor of it. So instead of the explosion on the bottom there that reminded me of like a landmine, they have the mountain, which is pretty nice. So that's really, really cool. So anyway, specs. Let's get into the overall specs of this snus here. I had it pulled up. You get 21 grams of snus in this can. And there's 18 portions per can on this one. So for a budget snus, this is a pretty darn good offering. And with it being a maxi portion, which again, this is the only company that makes a maxi portion, it's really darn good for the money because you're getting I did the math on it. You're getting right around 1.3 grams in each portion. So, I mean, you could definitely feel it in your upper lip. It's huge. It's like stuffing 3 portions or 2 portions, I should say, on top of each other in your upper lip. So it's really like enormous. It's huge. It feels like there's a compact car sitting up under your lip, and it feels good though. I mean, it's really nice and soft as far as the portion material goes. There's really no irritation with these, so it's it's a soft portion, but it just feels like there's a car under your lip. If that makes any sense, it's just huge. But it's not irritating, and it actually it's nice. I mean, if you like giant portions, or if you usually throw 2 portions in your upper lip, try this, because this is really going to crave or satisfy your craving for a giant portion. Yeah, I like it quite a bit. The flavor is, as it develops here in the upper lip, it's still sweet. It's still got that nice bergamot kick. It's got a little bit of pepper in here. And on the flavor description, it says that there's a little bit of salmiak in here and smoke flavoring. I don't really get the salmiak. It's not like there's a licorice type presence in here, but it is a little sweet from that. I do pick up the sweetness from the salmiak, and I do pick up a little bit of the smoke flavor at about the 20-minute mark. The flavor longevity on this guy is going to last you a good solid hour to an hour and a half in the upper lip. And I would lean more towards the hour and a half because the flavor doesn't really die off that quickly. Even though it's an original portion, this thing lasts quite a long time in your upper lip. And it's just a solid offering from Fiedler Lundgren. They really upped the quality on this one from the last time I had it. And it's just really, really good stuff. I can't stress that enough. And the nicotine content is sitting at a solid 1.2%. So it is a strong. It's not an extra strong, but I mean, there's more tobacco in here. So I mean, it could up the nicotine level a little bit. And it feels almost like an extra strong, but there's not too much nicotine in here to where it'll over-nic you. So it's really good stuff. Excuse me while I take a drink of water. But really good snus. And, for the price, I think this stuff is running, at the time of this video, if you're watching this in the future, it may change, but I mean, like $2.34 a can US, or 10 cans for about $20. Not a bad deal at all. And then again, if you want to pick up this snus, there's going to be a link down in the description box where you can get it. But man, this stuff is it's phenomenal for what it is. And comparing this to like General or, even, what is it? Knox, which is the budget brand from Scroof, or even Odin's original portion, which is like along the lines of bergamot. For a budget offering, this is pretty darn solid in the flavor department. It's not too overpoweringly bergamot. It's just right there at that sweet spot. The nicotine is pretty good. The flavor lasts quite a long time. There's a little bit more drip in this one compared to your Knox or your Odin's. Even though the moisture, looking at the portions, moisture content, just looking at it here, to me, it's sitting right around like a 60 to 70% moisture content, which, right when you put it in, it's not going to be really overly drippy. But say if you have it in for a half hour to an hour, it's really going to juice up and, get really moist in the upper lip. So, I mean, it's not too bad. It's manageable. If I pop one of these in at work, I'm not too alarmed or worried that it's going to be like, nasty in the upper lip or anything. So it's quite manageable for the drip, and it's not bad. It releases flavor really fast. As soon as you pop it in, like I said, you get a lot of those bergamot character and that tobacco flavor right up front. And then when that 30-minute mark comes in, you get more of the leather tones, the smoke flavor, a little bit more salt kicks in, and just more of that sweetness. But it's really solid. And yeah, I know I'm sort of babbling on and on here, but it's just a good snooze. If you guys want to try this one, definitely add it to your next order. It's something that I would highly, highly recommend. It's something you can't go wrong with. So, yeah, Granit Maxad for the win. Also, Larry Waters did a really awesome article back in 2009 on General Maxi portion, talking about that snus. And I haven't tried that one yet, but I know a lot of people miss that. So if you're still hankering for a Maxi portion, try this Granit. But the General Maxi was discontinued as of 2010. And, a lot of people are bummed out about that. So fortunately, Granit's still around. But I will have the link to that article that was done way back in 2009. Let me check here just to make sure. Yeah, 2009. So yeah, Larry did a great article on that. He talks about how he's going to miss it and stuff like that, of course, but basically going from the maxi portion back to the original size portions. How it, he says here. Let me get the quote here. Hold on, sorry guys. The oddest acclamation I had to make, this is what he said, the oddest acclamation I had to make was after the only can of General Maxi I ever purchased was gone. I went back to my old favorite portion snoozes, and suddenly 1 gram portions felt so small under my lip. It took about a week to get used to regular portions again. So, it's a short article, but it's a good one, and it talks a little bit about Maxi portion of General. So if you guys missed that General Maxi portion, be sure to check out this Granit because it's some good stuff. And let me check the chat here to see if anybody tuned in and said anything. I got 3 people watching, so I guess I'm going to turn it over to Q&A or just chat in general right now, since I babbled on for, I don't know, like 20 minutes or so about Granit Maxad. So it's definitely a good snooze. And I don't think I'm going to have anybody commenting on this, but I know 18 minutes is a long video for this, but it's a good snooze. And I think everybody should try it. I know I've been saying that over and over and over again, and I'll probably make a full review of this, in front of the green screen and everything, flesh it out more and everything too, and make it a little bit cleaner. But I just wanted to jump on live and do this video with you guys for the 3 people that are watching so far this late at night. So I got somebody on here saying they love the videos. So thank you very much, guys, for your support. I highly appreciate you guys watching the videos. It's a labor of love for sure. And I did want to say too, Snus Con is like, what, 2 weeks away? Let me double check here. I think it's like 2 weeks away. Hold on one second. Just pulling up my calendar. I That's the thing about doing these live too. There's so much stuff that I got to pull up that I can't really like edit on the fly. So today is the 16th because it's 12 a.m. now. So we're actually like a week and a half out. So if you guys haven't got your tickets to Snus Con yet, please do so. It's going to be a blast, guys. I hope you guys will be able to join us in St. Louis, Missouri. We have Connie Anderson, Chad Jones, and a big shout out to Chad Jones too, man. He put this event on for us and made it happen. And I'm so happy that Chad did that. So thank you very much, Chad, for doing that. If you're watching this video, and I know you are, man. So thank you. Hats off to you, sir. But we got Connie Anderson, Chad Jones from Snoopy.com, Larry Waters from SnusCENTRAL.org, myself. Man, we got guys from Swedish Match coming, a guy from Scroof coming, Brad Rodew from Tobacco, it's a tobacco harm reduction guy. Man, we got just an awesome lineup. Yeah, so it's late and I can't think of anybody but everybody. But anyway, I got a question here from the chat. Says a little question. What is a good loose snus to start with? I can't find any single cut and I don't like regular dip. Okay. First off, if you are a non-tobacco user, and if you're underage, what I will say is do not use nicotine or tobacco products in general. If you're of age, I'm not saying it's the greatest, thing to use. If you don't use tobacco, I would say not to use it regardless. But if you are either addicted to cigarettes or addicted to American dip, or you just want to cut down your smoking or dip or replace it, preferably replacing those things because snus is, 99% safer, 98% safer than smoking and American dip. Snus is a great option to go with. So to answer your question, a good loose snus to start with would be one of my favorites of all time, which is Göteborg's Rapé Prima Fint. And that stuff is very easy to hand bake. And it's, comparing it to single cut like dip. Snus is a different cut than dip. Snus is ground, and it's more of like, you could think of it as like grains of sand in a way. It's very, very finely ground and cut. And that enables it to be packed together easier and thrown in your upper lip, so it stays together better in your upper lip, and it produces more flavor and more nicotine, I would say, and it gets you closer to that tobacco too. So you get more flavor up front, and you get a bigger nicotine hit, in my opinion, because you can make those, perillas bigger, and you can make it, to any size you want. So if you don't like the size of portion snus, you could just throw up a perilla of loose, any size you want. The only downside I will say with loose snus is that it gets very messy in the upper lip after a while. After about 30 minutes, I have to take it out because there's a mudslide. You'll get bits of it just sort of running down on your teeth, which isn't too, appealing in my opinion. I don't use a lot of loose snus, and when I do, I use a portioning tool. I'll actually grab one. I use like a Priest Master or an ice tool preferably, because I like the ice tools a little bit better. This is a Priest Master, and I'll do a video of this guy in the future. But you can use one of these to portion loose snus. You basically stick it in the can and pack it in there, and then put it in your lip, and then, you know, use this plunger to push it in there. It makes things a little less messy for your hands, especially if you're outside using it. That's when I usually like to use loose snus, is outside when I'm working, like doing yard work or camping, or, you know, fishing and stuff like that. I like to use loose snus, and I'll use a portioning tool. That way I won't get my hands as dirty. So that's just my suggestions on loose. Prima Fint is good. Eton Loose is very, very good. And I would say Scroof Stark Loose is a really good one too, if you like a stronger nicotine strength. And I don't know if I have it or not. Hold on one second. I'm going to get up here and actually get a can of loose off my wall. So here is a can of Eton Loose. This has already been used. So that's what your Eton Loose would look like. Really cool gold lid on that one. And fiberboard construction. It's not plastic like these guys. The only one that comes in plastic is like Scroof. So that one's, you know, fiberboard. Most of your Swedish Match ones are like that. And then they also, Eton, or Swedish Match also releases their Eton brand in a yacht edition, or a hunt edition, which is that one right up there, which is orange, for hunting season. So they usually do that every year, which is really nice. That one's actually unopened. That was my first can of it that I got, and it's still sealed up there, which is pretty cool. So I keep that as a collector's piece. Why? I don't know. I'm just like that. If you guys have any other questions too, feel free to ask, man. I might be on here for a little bit longer. And sorry if, you know, if you're just tuning in, I just reviewed the Granit Maxad. And again, I'm going to do another video on this too, a non-live version. But I figured I'd give you sort of like a initial impression of this guy. But yeah, it's a fascinating world of Swedish snus. It really is. There's a lot of different options out there for you guys, depending on what you like. I know Connie Anderson released in his crafted snus line the Highland single cut, and that was a single cut loose snus that wasn't finely ground like your traditional loose. It was, you know, more of a single cut. So it was very full in flavor, really rich, and a really nice nicotine hit right up front too. So hopefully he brings that back, because that was a really, really good one that I miss. Let me see real quick too if it's even available for you guys, if you want to check it out or not. Just loading it up here real quick. See what we got here for crafted snus. Yeah, so the Highland single cut's not available. That must have been like a special edition or something. So anyway, guys, I might wrap this up. I don't want it to go too long, even though, you know, it already has been. It's been about a half hour. Anyway, any final questions or anything like that before I head out? Anything, guys? You know, feel free. And again, it's late. I know. It's late. Not the best time to do a live video, but I am going to be doing some more of these, you know, at better times. I keep saying that, but I keep getting busy. So, but it'll happen. I promise. And with Snus Con coming up too, I'm going to be vlogging the whole trip. I'm going to be shooting live video when I'm there, you know, the hangouts with people and stuff like that after the speaking, and you know, vlogging the trip there and the trip back and all that kind of stuff. So for me, it's about a 7 or 8 hour drive, which is pretty darn crazy. I did it last year. It wasn't for Snus Con though. So if you want to see the video I did going to the arch, I do have a vlog on that one. So it was pretty fun though. The arch was closed down at the time when I went because they were doing construction. So hopefully that's all finished and it's good to go. So we can actually tour the arch this time, get right in front of it, touch it, all that kind of cool stuff. So yeah. Anyway, guys, I'm gonna wrap this video up. Yeah. Granit Maxad. If you guys haven't tried this one yet, do so. It's an awesome, awesome snus. Something that everybody should try. And, you know, really don't look this one over. You're missing out if you have. So add this one to your next order. It's a good budget snus. Something that, in my opinion, it's overlooked. So anyway, guys, thanks for watching this video. If you want to stay connected in the world of Swedish snus, be sure to check out none other than SnusCENTRAL.org for the latest articles my friend Larry Waters wrote, as well as, you know, Snus Central, the forum. We have a lot of good information on there as well. Don't forget to check out our Facebook and Instagram page, guys, to stay connected even further in the world of Swedish snus for quick hits along the day. So, man, it's 12 o'clock here in Michigan. I'm getting tired, and this video is just going on and on. So I'll see you guys on the next snus review, and until next time, you know the drill. Enjoy good snus. See you guys on the next one. Thanks for watching.